Kent Spitfires became the latest team to discover the power of Jason Roy and the phenomenal Surrey batting lineup, as they won fairly easily at the Kia Oval to send Kent to their 5th defeat in this year's NatWest T20 Blast. Put in, the Spitfires made the worst possible start. Not only were they missing Rob Key with a hamstring injury, but they also lost Daniel Bell-Drummond to the 4th ball of the match, as he was bowled around his legs by a full toss from Tilakaratne Dilshan. Sam Northeast was also out in the 3rd over, as one spinner replaced another, with Roy beginning another excellent night with a very well judged catch right on the boundary's edge off Robin Peterson. Another couple of inches and it would have been a 6. Alex Blake was the next out for 15, as the left-hander was bowled by a quicker delivery from Gareth Batty to leave Kent on 60 for 3 at the start of the 9th over. At the halfway stage, the total read 73 for 3. A good effort after that indifferent start to the night. Darren Stevens and Fabian Cowdrey, in his first T20 match of the season, knocked the ball into the gaps, ran well and also played some handsome strokes to give their side a real chance of setting something challenging against a Surrey side packed with class. Stevens was the key to that, having just brought up the 100 in the 14th over. He smacked Zafar Ansari for a maximum, as Kent looked to finish with some big shots. Cowdrey, in only the 7th T20 match of his career, made his second 50 off just 40 balls, 5 fours included, and he now looked to play some crafty shots. His 55 was his best ever effort in this format, but with a total on 122 in over number 16, he was unfortunately run out when he lost sight of the ball, leaving it to Gary Wilson to take off the bails. So it was now left to the vastly experienced Stevens to try to get his side as far as he could. The acting Kent captain took 10 runs off the first 2 balls of the 17th over, delivered by Dilshan, and that included his second maximum as he moved into the 40s. His second 50 of the T20 summer arrived off only 31 balls, and he ended unbeaten on 56, with Sam Billings hitting a much needed boundary off the penultimate delivery to take the total to 155 for 4 at the end of the 20 overs. The Spitfires not quite getting the big finish that they would have been hoping for. Roy has been getting a lot of attention of late, and you could see why for the very first ball of the reply, which the batsman launched over long off for a 6. 15 runs came off the first over from Adam Riley, which gave Surrey the ideal start. With Roy batting so brilliantly at the moment in both formats of the game, and with someone of the quality and international experience of Dilshan at the other end, playing all of his famous shots, it was always going to be tough for Kent to defend a score of 155 on a dusty pitch in South London, where the side batting second had won the 9 previous T20 encounters at this ground. This game was just about won for Surrey as early as the 5th over, as Roy went berserk. He treated those watching to an exhibition of his wonderful talents by going after even someone with a bowling nous of Stevens. 3 fours were hit in the space of 4 balls. And then the last delivery of the over was hammered into the distance as Roy raced to 40 off only 21 balls, taking the total to 62 at the end of 5 overs. And the young opener wasn't finished there. He struck 3 more boundaries off the next over as well to reach his 6th 50 from 8 innings in this competition of only 25 deliveries. By the end of the 6 overs of power play, Surrey already had a score of 79 without loss on the board, and the game was as good as over. No attack could have dealt with Roy and Dilshan in these kind of moods. The 100 was brought up in the 10th over with yet another boundary, and then Roy's dazzling stroke play brought him his second 6 off Riley. Roy now had 76 off only 38 deliveries. He then slowed up before he swept Riley to northeast at deep backward square to go for a 46 ball 79, ending an opening partnership of 118 made in 12.2 overs. Roy now has 442 runs in this competition this year, with a strike rate in the 150s. And with him out, look who came in, Kevin Peterson, and he sent his second ball over the rope, leaving his side just 30 runs to get from the last 7 overs. Surrey now put the explosives back in the box and eased towards the winning line, although Dilshan departed for 46 with 14 wanted, as he hit Cowdrey to Stevens in the covers. That brought in the Surrey skipper Wilson, and he hit a rare boundary off the excellent James Treadwell, whose 4 overs cost only 20 runs in spite of all the mayhem. The winning hit, or rather edge pass slip, from Wilson came with 13 balls remaining. Kent had certainly ended their innings around 20 runs shy of what they could have made, but even a total of around 175 may have been difficult to defend against a side which will take some stopping in this competition this season. They won this one by 8 wickets, and that sent Kent to a 5th defeat from 9 games. Therefore might not be the best right now, but with Essex, Surrey and Hampshire looking good for a place in the last 8, there is still one spot available, and the Spitfires are in as good a position as a host of teams to grab it. A win against Hampshire on Friday in Canterbury would be very handy.